everybody, how's it going? This is Matt from SnusCENTRAL.org and SnusTV.com. Hope you guys are having an awesome day today, and like always, enjoying good snus. Now today we're going to be looking at some mini portions from V2 Tobacco, and this is a part of their off-road line. Now granted, this isn't everything that they offer, but this is a pretty darn good chunk, and it's a good starter for you guys that want to look at mini portion snus. Now, this is a crap ton of snus that I got to review today, so I'm going to put some timestamps down below, and if you guys just want to skip to a certain portion of the video to look at which ones you want to try, go ahead and do that by all means. But if you don't, and you just want to watch the video straight through, don't miss these guys, because they're pretty darn good for what they are. They blew me away. So, the ground we're going to be covering today, and I'm going to do this quick because there's a lot here, is melon, mint, cool mint, eucalyptus, we have licorice, and sweet apple. Now that's a lot of snus. So let's jump straight into it. Let's look right at the melon. Now this melon snus is going to be your typical off-road melon or thunder melon, if you've had that before. Nice and sweet, and when this stuff first hit the market, it really was one of those flavors that shook it up a little bit because nobody really offered a flavor besides Jacobsen's with this nice melon flavor. Now this is nice and sweet, a little bit on the artificial side, but it's a good watermelon flavor. And I gotta say guys, now this is the original mini. So they offer this in a white portion as well. And most of these that I have are white portion, but for being an original mini, this stuff is awesome. This and all of these other flavors hit like a freight train right out of the gate as far as flavor goes. So you're not going to be disappointed on that. Now, the nicotine on this guy and all of the other minis as well is going to stand at a solid 0.8%. Now, granted, you have to use a lot of these to get a nicotine hit. Me personally, I use 2. I got 2 in right now, and I have to use 2. But yeah, off-road melon, darn good stuff. The original is great. Flavor is right there. The white does the same thing. The flavor's right there. And yeah, good stuff. Next one, mint. Now, mint really surprised me. This is a straight mint flavor. This is not a spearmint. This is not a peppermint. This is not a eucalyptus. This is not a menthol. This is a straight natural mint flavor. Again, like all the other off-roads, a little bit on the artificial side. But once you get past that, it's a darn good flavor. Now this one is going to be in the mini category, or the mini white category as well, lasting you a solid 20 minutes in the upper lip. Because it is a mini portion, they don't last as long as your original bigger portion snus. Darn good one though. I recommend this one quite a bit. Cool mint. Now this one is a newer release for V2. The Cool Mint is a really nice, well-rounded, smooth mint flavor that's slightly sweet and is different. This one kicks you in the face as far as a mint flavor goes. This one's more on the lines of a peppermint flavor and a little bit more sweeter with a little bit of a tingle to it. I like this one quite a bit. This one's on the original portion format that I'm reviewing here, and dang, this stuff hits. The flavor, just like the melon, is great. It's instantaneous in the flavor department, and it'll last you a good solid 25 minutes yet again in the flavor longevity. So this one's one of my favorites. I can't use this one back to back though because it does irritate slightly because of that little bit of that tingling sensation in the upper lip. Can't take too much of that with this one, but it's a definitely good snus. Try this one, guys. Licorice. Licorice is my favorite, bar none. Out of all the minis, this one has the most flavor. The licorice is a really nice licorice, black licorice flavor with a little bit of salt there. Now this one is sort of artificial, but not really. When I first popped it in, it struck me as that, but a few portions that I've tried after that, I was like, dang, you know what? This really isn't that artificial. I like it. And the snus that I highly miss to this day for a licorice portion is Nick and Johnny's small batch licorice. Now, I did a review on that last year, so if you want to check that out, please, by all means, give that a look. They're not making it anymore, but man, that was by far my favorite licorice portion on the market, and this is a pretty darn close second. I like this one a lot. So, I'm going to be reviewing the Offroad original portion of this, and if it's any indication of what this tasted like, I know that's going to be a winner. So this one is a really, really good snus. I can plow through a can of this like in one day. It's that good. So they make this in the white and the original. The original is my favorite, but the white is still pretty darn good. And it kicks you in the face as far as flavor goes. Flavor longevity on this one, you can get a good solid 35 minutes out of this one. So try this one, it's great. Eucalyptus. Now, eucalyptus is pretty challenging for me. It's a straight one-dimensional flavor that reminds me of a mint characteristic, and I haven't really had a lot of eucalyptus flavors. Now, eucalyptus is good. It's not one of my favorites. I have to use it when I'm sick or have a cold, and it clears me up a little bit. It gives me some relief if I have a sore throat, which is good. So I think there's a viable market for eucalyptus snus. And if you're a fan of mini portions, eucalyptus, this one's a good one. Sweet apple. Now, this is a darn good snus. Now, there's not a lot of apple flavors on the market. I know Odin's makes one, but Offroad is pretty darn good, guys. It's a nice green apple flavor with a little bit of a menthol kick in there. So it's an interesting take on a green apple flavor, or an apple flavor. And I like this. Thunder apple is a really darn good flavor as well. So if you like thunder apple, but you want something in a mini portion, that's going to last about 30 minutes in the upper lip. Offroad apple, or sweet sweet A, as they call it. Maybe this is supposed to be marketed for Canadians. Wow, if I can talk. But yeah, this is a really good one. So apple, Offroad, sweet A. Sorry guys, I love you Canadians. But anyway, really good stuff. Again, lasts a good 35 minutes in the upper lip. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. You can find all of these snuses in an original and white mini portion format. Again, they all clock in at a solid 0.8%. And, you know, these are really a ninja type of snus. So if you want a stealth snus, I'm going to coin that phrase again, stealth snus, this is a great option to go with. It really is. I know a lot of you guys don't like a fat portion in your upper lip. If you want something that just is going to, you know, I don't know, you want something in all day, every day without over-nicking you, mini portions are a great option. And again, if you don't want that fat portion in your upper lip, mini portions are the way to go. So anyway, guys, yeah, solid flavors from Offroad, V2 Tobacco. Great lineup for mini portions. Let's take a look at these cans and the portions in a little bit closer detail, and then I'm going to wrap things up. Alright guys, so let's take a look at these Offroad mini portion cans. Now I gotta say, what these guys lack in style, they make up for in the flavor department. Because when I popped one of these in for the first time, I honestly thought that I had a regular sized snus portion in my mouth, because the flavors on these are phenomenal. So I know we just went over the flavor, but I can't stress that enough. These taste so good, guys. So give them a shot. Even if you're not a fan of mini portions, these are a great option. So anyway, that aside, let's look at these somewhat dull cans. I gotta be honest with you. These aren't really hitting it for me as far as stylization goes, but, you know, for a mini portion can, they're not bad looking. So as you can see on all of them, they have the standard Offroad labeling, which looks pretty darn nice. And I think these four here are the older can designs. I'm not entirely sure on that, because this one here has the newer warning label. And I think these two are the newer designs with the black on the top. If you get one of these, it doesn't mean you got old snus. It just means that they're slowly starting to update their labeling. But regardless of what you get, you're not going to be disappointed. But that said, these are quite bland in the style department. They really just say off-road, white mini, or original mini on the side, depending on what you go with. For instance, this mint one here just has that mint designation, and it says white mini, to where the lacquerette is going to say original mini. So it'll tell you if you have a white or an original on the side there, which is nice. So that's the mint. The lacquerette is going to be the same, just with that purplish bluish designation there. The apple is pretty cool because it does have the sweet A and that green and the apple designation on the side. And again, it'll tell you if it's a white or an original portion. The eucalyptus with the nice green there, the forest type green. The melon, or Mel-O as it's called, the original mini. Really cool red seal there. Like that one quite a bit. It's got the new warning label that's found on the side there, which I really don't like. But then again, you know, that's just what we have to deal with right now at the moment. But the nice thing is about these right here, they're split right where they open, so you can just really take this and go just like this and peel it right off. So you don't have to worry about that. Pretty cool. And last but not least, the Offroad Cool M or Cool Mint. Really cool blue designation on that one as well. That's a look at those cans. Let's pop these open and I'll show you a little bit more on these portions. Alright guys, let's take a look at these portions in a little bit closer detail. Now I didn't pop all of them open, just the one original and one white. Now as you can see, the original and white portions are a little bit different than what you're normally used to seeing, right? Now the Offroad is not as moist as, say, your typical Thunder portion, so you don't have to worry about a lot of drip with these, but they do release flavors a heck of a lot quicker than the white portion. And I like the original portion format because they're a little bit softer in the upper lip. Not saying that the white is terrible, but I just like the flavor release on these a little bit better than the white portions because the flavor release is super quick, it's instantaneous, and it's ready to rock. Now, the example I'm showing you here is going to be on the lacquerettes, on both of these. So here's the white portion mini lacquerettes. These are still phenomenally good in the upper lip as far as flavor release goes. And the white does last a little bit longer in the upper lip compared to the original portion for flavor longevity, but not by much. Since they are both mini portions, you're not going to get really that big of a difference out of the longevity on each of these. It's just the flavor intensity right off the bat is what I recognize. So the original portions, in my opinion, are the way to go. But if you do like white portions, they have that option for you. And just to compare them real quick too, here is a typical white portion, and I just dropped it. Let me get another one here. I just dropped that white portion. But here's a typical white portion, and let's compare that to the mini. And look at how much smaller that mini portion is compared to that white portion, the original white portion. It is about half the size of that original white portion format. And look at how much more tobacco you're going to get in that white portion, the original white portion. Heck of a lot more there. Now, I will say too that these snoozes only have about 20 portions per can. Again, that's pretty darn good for a budget snus. As you guys know, Offroad is a budget snus, but it does pack some pretty darn good flavors. And I gotta say, if you like your mini portions and you just want to cut back a little bit on price, these are the way to go. So anyway, guys, let's wrap things up. Alright, so now that you've looked at the can and the portions, I want to say, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, give it a share. Let me know what you would like to see in the future for a review. And let me know if you've had any of these mini portions from Offroad and what you thought of them. Leave some comments down below in the comment section. Love talking quality Swedish snus with you guys. And yeah, I really enjoyed these portions and these offerings from V2 Tobacco. So thank you for watching this video, guys. If you want to stay connected in the world of Swedish snus, be sure to head on over to none other than SnusCENTRAL.org for the latest articles my friend Larry Waters wrote and some of the snus reviews my wife Jennifer Campbell wrote. It's a gold mine of information over there, guys. I think you guys are going to find a lot of useful reviews, a lot of useful information in the world of Swedish snus. Also, don't forget to check out and like our Facebook page and Instagram page. We have some cool posts over there, and I'm going to be posting some more here in the future. So thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting, subscribing, and sharing these videos with your friends. I highly appreciate you guys in the community that we have over here. So thank you very much. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and until next time, you know the drill. Enjoy good snus. See you on the next one.